Is this the best rooftop restaurant?
Princess the Bear. Today we're at Disney's Coronado Springs Resort, home of, well, the Springs. It's time to return to
Toledo.
Yes, it's been a little bit since we've been here, so it's your number one choice of food and entertainment. We've come to investigate it, so you don't have to. Remember, she's vegan. I'm not. I might try to climb me outside.
It's time to foodie and chill. This pan con tomate is a victim of shrinkflation, but I'm still not mad at it. I do think that it is not as good as Heirloom now. It's still super flavorful. I love the crunch of the bread. The pepper is perfect. The tomato is seasoned beautifully. Got a beautiful little olive oil action. Though it's smaller, the flavor has not changed. So I will give it a 5 out of 5. It is still a Princess Cities item, even though it's like maybe 3/4 of what you had before.
Pan con tomate. I don't care how often or how little we come to Toledo, Tapas Steak and Grill. Yes. This is a must order. Must. Have to. Like, if you're not ordering this, you're robbing yourself. This is one of the things I'm surprised we haven't yet made at home. The reason being is the bread. It's not just any bread. They especially make this bread just for the pan tomate. Even when you get it at Heirloom, they order that bread from Spain and have it shipped over. Like this stuff of dreams. You wouldn't think the ingredients so basic and be so good. Perfect. The bread, the perfect level of crisp. The tomatoes are bright and acidic. The garlic, the pepper, and salt. Everything sings. 4.75 out of 5 stars.
The seasonal gazpacho is vegan this season. Make sure you check anytime you come here to Toledo to see it if it is vegan. I'm excited. This one's gonna be a little bit of a spicy gazpacho, which is different from what we usually get at Heirloom. Ooh. Yeah, this is giving me like classic Jose Andres tomato gazpacho vibes. I like it. It's a little more flavorful. It's got kind of like a lot of carrot into it. A lot of carrot, not enough tomato. A perfect amount of red pepper though. I like it. We have a recipe on our channel actually for gazpacho. I suggest you use that. It's a little bit better tasting than this one. I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5 gazpacho.
Coming to Disney has opened our eyes to a lot of different foods that we wouldn't have normally made at home. Gazpacho is definitely one of those. If you've never made gazpacho and never had gazpacho, I'd recommend you try it at least once. After that, once you're hooked, it's a super easy dish to make and very easy to meal prep for a couple days. We had more time on our hands when we didn't live in Orlando. We literally used to make gazpacho in batches and then have it in the fridge to eat for like a snack or lunch. Perfect for that. So about this, I'm excited. You have a little gazpacho lake with a little gazpacho bridge, different little heirloom tomatoes all on top. I'm gonna kick one of these in there like you would somebody in American Gladiator, and I want to taste the fixins. It has a very different character than we're used to seeing with gazpacho, but I don't hate it. The tomatoes themselves have a little bit of... Go ahead and give it another little sip here. I think it's better with the tomato. The tomato adds a bit of smokiness. The tomato is like cooked and then chilled. Most gazpacho, not all gazpacho, is served chilled anyway. But like you get a little bit of like the sweetness from the carrot, the smokiness from the tomato, the acidity sort of toned down. The spice, there are some spices. The aftertaste kind of irks me. I don't know. I like it, but then I kind of like, I want to fight it, you know? Like out in the woods, shirtless and barefoot. Maybe after a few cocktails in this place. It's interesting. I'm glad it's seasonal because I want more different types of gazpacho. we usually get either classic gazpacho or beet gazpacho when we go to Toledo. So seeing gazpacho to me is going to rotate. Even if I don't love this one, it gets me excited to see what it's going to be in the future. For now, I give this one a 3.75 out of 5 claws. It is an interesting taste, and I still think you should get it to share amongst your friends, at the very least. Here we have the charred octopus. And you know I have a weakness for octopus. Even though I've tried not to burn myself out on it, I cannot come here and get what has routinely been the second best octopus on the property. The number one octopus on the property used to be Nomad Lodge. I don't know if it's still number one, but everybody else is welcome to fight about that in the comments. So you have the roasted octopus in here, or rather charred. Then you have little roasted potatoes. Then you have a chimichurri and a carrot romesco sauce. And they give you a little toast to put it on. Be warned, as I was warned several times by our servers, the bowl is extremely hot. Like it was bubbling when it came out. To be sure that your octopus is cooked to temperature and beautifully crusted on said bread. The carrot romesco and the chimichurri are like a tag team duo on top of the octopus, and unfortunately, I feel like the octopus needs it. I do love octopus, but like it needs a little bit more char. It's cooked fine. It just doesn't feel as seasoned as some other ones. Like, so you got to pick the sauce. So the sauce on them is good, but like, I'm just trying octopus by itself. I'm trying to get an unsauced one. That'll do. Like just cooked, but it's like that's it. It doesn't feel as well seasoned and as well like charred as some of the other ones that I've had. Those octopuses or octopi are like good on their own, and then the sauce is like an extra little like spark of joy. This one I feel like it needs it, which makes you think it's a lesser version of what I've had before. It's okay. I will continue to order it, but I definitely had better octopus here. I would give it 3.75 out of 5. Toledo has always been a very interesting restaurant in that we find it extremely hard to make it to an entree. The starters and like tapas here are amazing, the sides are amazing, and we always get a ridiculous amount when we come here. So you get to the point where you get an entree and it's almost like, I'm almost full. I don't know how I'm going to finish this, but their entrees are just as good as anything else. But as we always say, it's your vacation. If you want to come here and get sides and tapas, then do it. You don't have to. You can eat tapas here, get drinks, finish, get tapas across the hall, get some more drinks. This is your vacation. Water down to 3 bridges if you want to. We have done it. It's possible. But this is the plancha-seared salmon with an asparagus puree and seasonal veggies. In this case, seasonal veggies is more asparagus, tomatoes, and what looks like some of the Gigante beans. You have this boatload of fennel on the top and a little flour. I'm going to knock that off because I don't need that much fennel in my life. I want the salmon, and it looks beautiful. You can't hear that, but that feels like some beautiful salmon AMSR. I'm just going to dig right in. Do I need a knife? Nope. Nice and flaky, falls right off the fillet. Show the salmon by itself. Got a nice sear to it. It's approaching dry, but not there yet. That may be a preference thing. Some people like theirs like barely seared, like hot in the middle, but not like hard. This one's getting a little bit more like maybe I need a bath in the sauce. It's not dry, but it's oh so close, like razor thin close. Let's get in with some of the veggies. Let's get this tomato. Let's cut me some asparagus. And let's get these Gigante beans. Like I'm not gonna recognize the Gigante bean with the number of times you eat them at this restaurant. But I appreciate the effort in trying to disguise it. And the asparagus. The vegetables provide a nice seasonal smoky complement For the fish, it's good salmon. It's not the best seafood I've had here. I think that is still probably go to the swordfish I had here a couple years ago. But it's better than the scallops that I had last time because I hated those. So, this is getting a 3.5 out of 5 claws. I do not regret ordering this, but next time I'll probably be steering in another direction.
Start your side buffet the right way with Shishito peppers. Oh, too much salt. I'm gonna do a baby one. Our server always says that 1 in 10 Shishito pepper is spicy. I've yet to get one that is. Last time I had one was at Wailulu at the Polynesian Tower. This pepper was more sweet than spicy. I'm not mad at it. I love the char. I love the sweetness. Not spicy at all, like I said. I would give it like a 4 out of 5 peppers. It's nice.
See, at this point, a number of times I've been promised a spicy Shishito pepper. I say Shishito in quotes because I doubt its efficacy as a pepper at this point. Because if I can't feel it, you might as well be a pickle. So, we're gonna go ahead and dive right in. A little hangman pepper, a little roast, a little seasoning, a little bit of juice, cooked whole, pepper flavor, a little bit salty. Ooh. Is that some heat finally? Nope. Well, that is a flake of salt in the wrong tube. I actively took a Ninja Star sized piece of salt to the tonsils. It tickles. But spicy, it is not. They're good, don't get me wrong. The peppers here have always been consistently tasty. They're seasoned well. The roast and the char adds to the flavor. You don't get like a burnt flavor. You really just get the whole pepper, juices and all, and seeds. So if you have an issue with seeds, watch out for that. They're tasty. They're just not spicy in any way, shape, or form. I have tasted red bell peppers, spicier than that. I would give them 3.5 out of 5 claws. It is a worthy, shareable side for your table.
These are the beautiful brussies in the new container too, which our server says actually gives you more food than before, and I'm here for that. I love the crunch of these brussies. They got like a nice like fire to them. They don't taste like they're fried. They taste like they're grilled, which is nice. They got some extra salt on them, which I'm not a big fan of. I feel like they've changed just slightly in the past years. They haven't made them my favorite. I think Blistered is better than these. I would give them a 3 out of 5 Brussels sprouts.
Embarrassing non-foodie related anecdote. Me and the princess both will remix Disney songs at the house for our own amusement, like terribly. Sometimes for weeks on end until we're sick of it, or our friends are sick of us. And trust me, they do get sick of us. And yes, as the princess is saying, we have been singing I Always Wanted a Brother for Mufasa since its release. Terribly. I'm not even sure if we loved the movie. We didn't hate it. But we sing that probably 3 or 4 times a day. And we will replace brother with whatever word is stuck in our minds today. Today, I've always wanted some brussies. Always wanted some brussies. Always wanted some brussies. And here they are. So either way, we love a nice roasted Brussels sprouts. Disney World has got us hooked on this one vegetable, bush-shaped and all. You tell me to get them, we order them. These are far less crunchy than some of the other Brussels sprouts we get across the property, but the roast and the flavor. It's a slightly smoky but sweet, not like maple glaze, but just like a hint of the sweet in the smoke, which makes them low-key. And when I say low-key, I am 1,000% sandbagging it. They are addictive. Like, I may fight you at the table for these, or at least the last one. 4.5 out of 5 claws.
This Bomba rice looks drier than our last couple of times. First time we tried to order it, it wasn't even available, so I'm excited to try the Bomba rice, and it looks like Spanish rice, basically. Oop. It's definitely drier than the past, and not as flavorful as like a Spanish rice or a Mexican rice. Not my favorite side, even though it used to be. I would give it like a 2 out of 5 rices. It's just not what you expect from a Spanish or Mexican rice. Bomba rice is just not a vibe.
La Bomba rice. Not really, just Bomba rice. It's nice. Seasoned Spanish rice. You have some peppers in here. I can see the seasonings and the burgeoning of a new Spanish horizon in my belly. I spent a lot of my life on islands. If that doesn't mean anything to you, I've eaten a lot of rice in my life. I don't come from a culture whose background excels in rice, like the princess does. But I've eaten enough rice to know when rice is a little overcooked. And it shows. You can tell instantly. It's either like overcooked or it's Uncle Ben's. Like, that's not the rice I'm looking for. I expect great things from rice, especially from a Spanish restaurant. And this one sort of just hurts my feelings, you know? 2 out of 5 plus. Here we have the olive oils potato puree. This is another one of these sides. This one is not vegan. There is a small bit of dairy in here. They couldn't modify this because it's like batched. But you have the olive oil, you have the pepper in here. They look very well pureed. Despite the fancy name, it is really just a fancy buttered and oiled mashed potato. If you don't like olive oil in mashed potatoes, because it does give it a, I don't want to say European feel to it, but to me, it's either one or the other. It's either olive oil or butter, and not both. I give it 2.75 out of 5. Here we have the potato bravas. You have these nice roasted potatoes with this aioli in here. So pretty. On the spoon, nice and roasted. Now, the aioli is not vegan, vegetarian, so vegans, you can have these, but you can't have the sauce. I'm sorry. Sometimes you just gotta go sans sauce. Now those are the potatoes of legend. Seasoning, no heat to it, like a 2.5 out of 10 on the heat scale, but that flavor that the seasoning imparts with the aioli on top, that's sort of cult. 4 out of 5 plus.
These are your vegan patatas bravas, and they have like a light little romesco on them. Beautiful char. Love the seasoning. But I gotta say it's like a 4 out of 10 on the heat scale. I'm loving it though. And I would say I'm disappointed that I didn't order patatas bravas anytime sooner, because it's been on the menu for years. I just never ordered it. I love it. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 potatoes. It is gorgeous.
Plain seasoned roasted potatoes will never be plain in our hearts. This Tapas Bravas, beautiful roasted potato. That's not just roasting, that's seasoned to the brim. If you were thinking the aioli is something you would miss, they do not. If potatoes had 10 toes, these potatoes are standing 10 toes down on their product. Their flavor is amazing, the little crisp on the edges. That is what the peak of a roasted potato pyramid looks like. 4.5 out of 5 plus.
This is literally one of my favorite sides that I dream about every single time that we come here. And the entree has this on it too, which check out one of our previous videos to see our opinions on the entree here that's available that's vegan. But Gigante beans are my jam. So cheers to the Gigante. It's so soft. It's so beautiful. It's so much more flavorful than the last time that we had it. And I love that there's more Gigante beans than there was before. I'm sad that I have to share this, but it's so smooth and silky. But I think everybody needs to know how amazing it is. I would give it a 5 out of 5. It is a Princess Cities item. This is the one side where I think like you should always order it and never skip.
These Gigante beans are beans that beg to be taken seriously because when they say Gigante, they mean it. It's gigantic beans in the sauce. Flavor is uniquely Spanish. And brightness. Something you don't often see from beans. Normally it's like very earthy. These are very like, because of the tomato sauce they put in the base, like an acidic, earthy sort of like union. It just makes these like a really special side. If you're looking for something that's going to like be different taste bud wise than the normal beans you have, we always suggest these. I'd give this a solid 4 out of 5 points.
I think this is like my official wine of Coronado. I get this like everywhere. I get it at Three Bridges, I get it at Dahlia, I get it here. So cheers to an Excellens Rosé. Bright, crisp, amazing, a little fruity, not mad at it. I would give it like a 3 out of 5 rosés. It's no House of Brown.
The home of the fancy gin drinks, it's hard to come to Destino Tower and not consume a healthy amount of gin. Stressing on the healthy part. So we have the El Pepino, which is a Mahon gin, a chili liqueur, elderflower liqueur, and then some limes and other juices. For something I hope is a little bit of class and a little bit of spice. So like me on a Monday. That right there, that makes you want to go outside and pick some flowers, frolic a little bit, spread some black joy. That feels good. It's not necessarily spicy, but you get like that flavor of the chili liqueur in there with the elderflower. It's sort of like pairs together, but doesn't overpower each other. So you're still getting floral, but you're getting a little bit of character to it, if you will. It lets the gin sort of bloom. It's a very nice sipping cocktail. And the cucumber, nice little edge to it. It's a very, very good cocktail. It matches the view. Wonderful. 4 out of 5 points. Toledo continues to try to secure its top spot of the top restaurants of Walt Disney World. I'd say the competition's closer than ever.
I skipped the entree so that I could have a side buffet, and I kind of wanted to go back and get that sandwich from Dahlia, but I was too full for that sandwich and dessert.
She did speak about that sandwich several times, even in the middle of dinner. She's like, I can just get the sandwich. That sandwich was that good. The sides are still great here at Toledo, but I need the menu to change more of the options more.
Yes.
Some of the pieces on the menu have been there now for over a year.
Years.
Some of them for 3 or 4.
Years, yeah.
And we'd like to see it switch it up. You have a lot of talented chefs. This resort alone, let them do their thing. I still think that it's still one of the most romantic dinner restaurants on property. However, I would like to see it get better.
Wait, but would you pick Toledo over Topolino's?
I don't know.
I
don't
would.
know. I don't know.
I would.
Probably. Actually, yeah. Yeah, I would. I would say that Topolino's slightly edges out Toledo, but it's still not better than GQ. But as far as rooftop restaurants, yeah, I got to give it to Topolino's.
Really? Topolino's? Well,
California Grill is still king.
I choose Toledo. He picks Topolino's. You guys tell us in the comments what you think.
Yes, of course, if there's anything else you'd like to see us do, the comments are always the place to find us. Hit that notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and
we have new videos 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
we'll see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment, Bear might eat himself out of the Coronado space.
You heard the girl.